Hello. I'm live. Literally just woke up. I was like, it's 12 freaking 56. I told Dawn about going to bed late. Did he listen? No. All right, I'm not blaming it on Dawn, but for real, it messed me up. But I'm trying to sign in from my phone. I'm supposed to have, I don't know, this is the first time I'm using this open broadcast software. And it's not working. So I just make a regular life. I'm gonna light this candle. I literally just woke up. But I woke up knowing that this is what I'm doing today. Hello. I hope that you're awake, that you have adjusted to your Friday or Thursday more, your Thursday rising more than I have, and or gotten enough more time than I did, rather. So I wanted to just do a read today because the new moon in Taurus just happened. A super moon in Taurus just happened. And it's been a major source of like, I don't know, I don't see myself. I'm probably like, settings, stream. I asked my boo to help me with this yesterday. Obviously it didn't work out that way, but I did stream from YouTube, so maybe that's why. I went straight to YouTube. I was like, oh, Reliable, please help me. So that's why. That's probably why. You can see everything in the back. That's okay. Because most of it is nice. I'm going to reposition the camera. Didn't even get a chance to do that. I'm using 3 decks today. But I'm going to lead and start with this power deck. For each sign. I am going to go through each sign. This reading is an O read, and that's just one of the reads that's really focusing on expanding our optimum health. And I felt like it was important to do this read for us today because of the new moon energy. Because once the new moon is gone, it's gone, you know? Once the energy has reached its capacity, that's what it is. That's what it is, you know. However, I do want to supply some messages because although this is a great moon for manifesting, actualizing manifestations, like actual manifesting things that will actually actualize. I want us to keep in mind that we can't do nothing if we're not taking care of ourselves, right? It doesn't matter what we manifest if we're not focusing on self-care, self-love, and things of that nature. And sometimes that can be forgotten under the monotony of getting things done, of making sure things happen. I know I just woke up. I don't got no bra on. I haven't even had breakfast, but I'm going to do all those things. I'm not even hungry right now in that way. So, yeah. I'm going to be reading with the Witch's Tarot. I'm reading details with the Witch's Tarot. I'm going to get a self-love card for each sign. with clarifications from the Witch's Tarot. Tilt this just a little bit more. Why is it like that? Okay, like that. Like this. You may see the Kit Kats playing in the back. And then right now I'm going to, however, pull a card from the Strength deck for everybody for this May 9th. To see, what's the highlighted energy that we all should keep in mind, at least until the full moon Sagittarius coming May 23rd. There's a lot of 5 energy at this time. Okay, so gathering. Oh, come on, gathering. Gathering. This life is like the fulcrum on a scale of balance. Your past and future lives to determine the needs for gathering strength in this life. Where there is a reason for all the pain, as you gather knowledge from the infinite sea of consciousness and life experience, you begin to evolve. You fill the gourd of your spirit with the knowledge and so that one day it can be emptied and you may begin to gather wisdom. Become one with all life and consider the true importance of what you are gathering. That's number 26. That's not a 5 energy, that's an 8 energy. Coming out of Aries season, I feel 8 is the number of the individual, or 8 is the number of the self, rather. Oh no, 8 is the number of the individual. I'm right. Don't correct yourself live. Look at this. This looks like an ear. So tap into your senses. Trust your senses. Trust what they're leading you to believe. Because all the senses that we have been, instilled with are connections to source when we use them, when we truly use them, utilize them, tap into them. I thought I was ready. I'm not ready. Let's see, the bottom of the deck energy was individuality. 4 energy. So there's that saying where, like, what did I just say? You can't do anything unless you can't fully take everything on, or you can't fully be open to things unless you make sure you are taking care of yourself, right? Individuality. To be in power, you must own your power and exist within your own individuality. That is the final sentence here. I feel like that's the message that I was trying to convey earlier. You can see in this boardroom table, essentially, there's all these men who are presumably Caucasian men, and then this Aboriginal native type of person. And they're both north white, so I think the direction that we're moving into is definitely one of enriching our individuality and who we are truly. That's beautiful energy to come out right at the jump. right at the top. Let's go ahead and check out for each sign what the messages are. So, like I said, I'm going to pull a self-love oracle, and I'm going to pull out the details for that with the Witch's Tarot. Okay. I'm going to pivot this just a tad. All right, thank you so much, Source, for the light of day that was gifted to us yet again, amidst everything going on in this world. We still get the blessing of breath. The blessing of the elixir of life, which is breath. All right, so I think I'm going to start with I actually had a method to do this that I thought of. I got this deck, the Karma deck, and I don't know if this is what these cards are intended for per se, but it helps me to not get sidetracked. So let's see. I'm going to use these cards to decide which sign energy we're reading first. And there's little messages on each card, so I may read those messages as well. What sign are we reading for first? It looks like it is Gemini, and Gemini is the next sign in line. And then Aries, Gemini, and then Aries, then Pisces, and then Aquarius. Okay. Excellent. So for Gemini, I actually can't read these cards are very kind of specific. So it's not messages that are independent messages, sort of. They're like you have to have the other three parts of the deck to be able to fully read the message. So for these four signs, for Gemini, what is some self-love message based on the full moon energy of the new moon energy of the new moon in Taurus? The gift of dance. Gemini, you got the gift of dance, the aura chakra. Basically, that's a compassion, that's a fun, that's feeling, period. That's feeling. It's interesting because there is I believe it's called the Star of David, but the Star of David within a Star of David. For this card, it says, I love you. You are so beautiful to me. I promise to love you forever. So I think this is a declaration for Gemini to really fully do those things that reflect, that sense of self-love. Dancing may be one of them. Being active. My favorite Gemini is so active, and she loves to do things that, are honoring to her body. Um, and I think that's partially what this card is conveying. I don't have the book on me. That's something that I was like, we're going to just go into details with the tarot. I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is in frame. All right, so this card, it fell right toward my heart. For Gemini, and the dancing spirit. And the dancing energy for Gemini. This is 10 of Wands. Okay, so while Gemini, we're focusing on the things that we have to do, the finalizing things. I think that it's important for Gemini. I think Gemini energy is reminding us to stay compassionate within ourselves. To stay understanding of ourselves and still get the job done. See if there's anything else. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of the Year, even. That's what this card is. So maybe in addition, it feels like in addition to being compassionate right now, it's also like just focus on the things that need to be done. Focus on the things that are going to bring you fulfillment, but that are not over demanding for this potential year. Okay, that is your message, Gemini. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's any more messages. Yeah, it feels like you have a lot of Gemini energy is saying that there's a lot of things to be focused on. There's a lot of things that may be being carried. Even in the gift of dance, this person is carrying something. But the difference is that this looks like a much lighter load. So be sure to take portions of what we're focusing on. Gemini energy says to be mindful of that. I need to look up, what does the Star of David represent? All right, heroism and martyrdom. It indicates heroism and martyrdom. Yeah, you don't need to take everything on your shoulders, is basically what Gemini says. You don't need to attack it all at once. You don't have to be the one to put your head on the chopping block for the to take a stance for anything, right? You can still be compassionate and you can still be emotive. You can still be, of course, still be emotive and compassionate, but don't take it all on. That's what Gemini is saying. Or you don't need to take it all on. If you choose to take it all on, that is your choice. Right now, what I'm thinking is, what happens if we take it all on, Okay. Temperance. Five of Wands. Justice. So there's definitely some justice that can come out of whatever it is we're focused on. Nine of Pentacles and some reward. But we have to make sure that we're thinking and going about it strategically. The Page of Swords is a card that recently came up in a reading that I did. And it, to me, conveys cunning, right? So make sure that as we go along with these responsibilities, these things that we feel responsible for, that we're going about it in a way that is mindful as well. Compassionate is more of a soul and heart energy, but I think that this Page of Swords is reminding us that all these things can be possible. Getting the desired outcome, getting the justice, getting the balance that we're looking for or looking to restore. It's not going to be easy with this Five of Wands. It probably won't be easy, but you already have a lot of wands that you're carrying with this Ten of Wands, right? So really just know that by exercising the sense of compassion and understanding, you're going to get far anyway. Whether that's exercising compassion for yourself or for others. It is really sort of like universal. All right. Yeah. And I think this is a bunny that the Gift of Dance card is holding. I think it's a rabbit. You can't really tell. It might even be a cat. It's sort of a blurred image. But it looks fluffy, so I automatically think bunny. All right, so we did Gemini. I'm going to put Gemini over here. Now we're going to do Aries and see what the self-love oracle for Aries is after this new moon, up to this full moon, maybe. I keep saying full moon. Maybe it's going to be highlighted at this full moon for us, the Aries energy. What is the Aries energy saying? Ritual, connection, healing connection. Release to Mama Earth, the gift of knowing. Okay, so this is also something that came out in the 1st of May reading, the first of the month reading, to connect to nature and look at this, immerse yourself in nature, really feel at one with the prana and the energy that nature has. I think, and make sure you're following on Instagram because I shared the new moon. The new moon, I shared it here too. But even in the new moon reading, there was a instance of like, yeah, now's the time to get out and connect to nature. It's a great time. It's a great time for manifesting, for that sense of abundance, to be near tree dense areas, nature dense areas is going to be impactful at this time. I know almost every time you see me, I'm inside someplace. Well, pretty much every time you see me so far, I'm so excited to finally read outside, to go outside to read. I moved last year. I'm just getting the hang of my place, and I've done a lot of traveling, so I haven't really gotten to settle in, and I haven't really felt confident going around my place. It's just so it's a factor. All right, King of Wands. I think that the King of Wands is a beautiful card to come out, actually, after this healing connection. It's almost like cauterizing a wound. You know? For this fire energy to come out. I got a tingling sensation that I should do this, so that's what I'm doing. Bear with me, please. And I'm not shuffling like I usually am. It's really weird. It's like they're not shuffling. So there might be a sense of stagnancy. Still that's residual from, whatever feeling that felt defeating, that's been coming up. What else for Aries? Page of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Page of Cups, King of Wands, and then let's see if there's anything else. Or I'll say the last one. I'm asking specific questions, so. This is again that sense of compassion a little bit, but it's also that sense of exploration. So this on this card, this figure is immersed in nature. This figure essentially is at one with nature. And this Page of Wands, this child is in the water and also presumably holding a cup of water. So I think that it's really about nurturing. Aries, their Aries energy is saying that we really need to keep ourselves nurtured in all the ways, especially when it comes to whatever we're doing that we're extremely passionate about, that we've sort of, going back to the Power Oracle, we've gathered all that we've needed. We've gathered the resources that we've needed. We've gathered the passion, we've taken that passionate approach. And now it's time to sort of, for some of us, it may be time to just watch the dice fall, watch what happens, and watch with a sense of, and experience it with a sense of adventure, right? Ready to go on to the next thing, maybe ready to go further into whatever we're focused on, and to immerse ourselves in it, right? So that is the message for Aries. I don't really see anything else other than stability. Stability is going to be important for Aries energy. Aries energy is saying that stability is important. So really maintain that sense of stability so that even when we are immersed in nature or in this fluid-like state, where we are the only, where we are like seemingly sentient thing, matter, because I think that the ocean is sentient in itself. I think that everything that ever happens in the ocean, it's for a reason. It knows its reason, and that's why it happens. But that's neither here nor there. I think that there may be waves of experiences happening at this time, and Aries is just urging us to really embody ourselves in whatever we're focused in, embody ourselves in nature, embody ourselves in our passions, and let the waves come, let them hit as they will, because we're going to be okay as long as we maintain the sense of stability. Maintain the sense of stability. The way that I said it sounded weird in my head, so I said it again. All right, that is the Aries energy. We're going to see about, I'm putting it in the middle. Ooh. We're going to turn you around. The cards are all like front and back and side to side. That is the Aries energy. So we're going to move Aries over. And bring down Scorpio. All of the, other than Taurus, all of the fixed signs have been are here literally almost sequentially. I did Aries, and then there's two. Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to get into it, so it doesn't matter. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I put these cards in backwards. Okay. Gonna move this over here. For Aquarius, that's the next sign we're going with. Aquarius, what is the message for Aquarius for this new moon energy, post-moon, new moon energy? Presence. She didn't even hesitate. Okay. Presence, number 25. Crown chakra. Royalty. Okay. Their script, I cannot read. And then she had presence. It was as if she had pure and fragrant beyond, as if she was pure and fragrant beyond words. I think these are daffodils. I have an amazing daffodil, honeydew, I think, fragrance that I will be using because I just broke my other fragrance. It's crazy. I'm really sad about it, actually. All right, so 25. Soul presence, crown chakra, magnifique. Okay, basically, don't. Aquarius energy is saying stay in your power. Stand in your power. Stand strong in your power. It's beautiful. It's welcome. And even when it doesn't feel welcome, do it anyway. Yeah. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups, with her in her barefoot glory, sitting in her shell, is who she is. I feel like I'm yelling, but Queen of Cups is who she wants to be. And she's unapologetic about it. She's nurturing still. It's so cute to see like the soul presence card. Like checking the Queen of Pentacles out. Literally, I'm gonna actually show that because I think it's awesome. Because it's like, yeah, that's my reflection. You know, the it girl thing that is going on or that has been going on. Like real, recognize real. Okay, game recognize game. Whatever you want to say it. And it's okay to be flattered, to feel flattered by someone else's presence. Presence, it's okay to feel flattered by your own presence, especially if someone else's presence reflects your own. Feel that, please. Please feel that. Page of Swords, out reversed again. I think this comes with, the relationships that are being formed at this time. Whew. Aquarius energy says you're protected. Aquarius energy says that people have your back, people are on your team, but also to be strategic with the way that you handle your relationships. These could Okay, so I'm getting another energy here. So first of all, these, like I said, these are adoring the Queen of Wands, right? Admiring the Queen of Wands, right? Admiration can turn into like jealousy very quickly, uh, and when we least expect it. And I feel like people being sick of the bullshit, excuse my language, of someone's bullshit can also happen very quickly. I feel like the way that this person's looking at this person is like, what are you doing? Like, who are you talking to, type of thing. You know what I mean? So be careful of that energy happening around you, but know that you are protected, right? If you need to confront someone at this time for any given reason, realize that maybe it doesn't feel like you're protected, but when it comes to the the energy that is maybe yet to come, the energy that's maybe under the blanket type of thing, like, or under the table. I don't know how I don't I'm trying to use all these euphemisms, I think is the word, but also be aware of this energy, like the side eye, you know, I think that it'll be apparent who is on your team. Aquarius energy is about gathering, is about also individuality. So I wouldn't I wouldn't immerse. I think I think the energy is saying not to immerse. Oh, this is for Pisces. Pisces energy is saying not to immerse ourselves in situations where we can recognize this energy. Okay, because we're able to recognize energy. Tap into it. Don't let it go. Try not to let it go over your head, and try not to fall victim to letting things pass. Because this character could cut this character down, not by directly cutting this character, but by, you know, disabling the steed or something like that. So um, keep in mind that energy, okay? Um, and again, go to places where there's surround yourself by places of beauty. Immerse yourself by places that are beautiful, that you love, that smell good. Make sure you smell good, okay? Um, yeah, the Queen of Cups has a bouquet of roses in her lap, but then also like there's fallen petals, and that's really saying like, I don't want to say quality over quantity, but it is essentially that. Um, it's saying to let the things that fall by the wayside, that are fighting to fall by the wayside, that are threatening to fall by the wayside, that are, you know, naturally falling by the wayside, allow them to fall, because you have all these and all these that are growing. You have the opportunity. Once you let things go, once you let the things fall by the wayside that need to, you allot room and allow room for the things that are meant to be there to take place, to manifest, to grow. And like I said, like this new moon is about that manifestation energy. So that is something that we want to carry with us. Okay. That is a reading for Pisces energy. Thank you, Pisces energy. Thank you, Aries energy. Thank you, Gemini energy so far. Thank you to all the energies beforehand. But those are the ones that came out. I said that was Aquarius energy, so we're going to keep it with Aquarius and then go into Pisces. Or maybe it was both. Your vision, what's new and different about your vision, your dreams. There's a lot of cloud energy here. There's clouds in every single one of these cards. So I'm going to say this is not only the message for Aries, but the energy for Aries, but also the energy of Aquarius. You know, as in the wheel, in the zodiac wheel, they're back to back. So maybe this alludes to something that happened during those times as well, during the end of January, end of January, beginning of March. We may have formed new connections and things of that nature. And it's just in terms of long term, I think that this is a message to be trusting of your psychic knowledge, be trusting of your intuition, basically. Be trusting of the discovery of your psychic knowledge. That's okay. So maybe these cards are talking a little bit more than I realized. For Pisces, it says, okay. Amazing. It says, be a part of something overwhelming. And that goes back to the Page of Cups from earlier. Next, we're going to do Leo. We're going to go into Leo's energy, Leo's sign energy. So the sign energy is, yes, from the signs to all of us. It's not just for the specific sign. Ritual, body worship. Oh, wow. Okay, so body worship, number 8. And then also number 28, the ritual grounding. The ritual grounding did come up reversed. So I think it's about balancing so that we are immersing ourselves in nature and giving that time at this time, right? But so that we're also taking care of ourselves, our physical bodies, our physical vessels for this Leo message. For Leo's energy, we're gonna take these 3 cards. Knight of Wands reversed, 10 of Swords, and the Empress. Once we let go of the things that we may be entertaining, we may be interested in, but they're not really giving back. I think that we're going to be able to, once we release those things, once we let go, which letting go is not necessarily easy. I think that the whole letting go trend is a thing. But I also think that's a reality, that there's a large part of a large aspect of who we are, or who we have been as a humanity, that does need to be let go. That's just maybe a personal opinion that I share with certain people, but especially if you're watching, I think that once we are able to really deviate from those aspects, we will better be able to step into our power with this Empress coming out. Because if we don't, it's going to keep coming back up, or there's going to be issues that keep coming back up, right? And that's sort of what we're trying to get out of. I feel like I don't want to get into politics and stuff too much, but the fact of what's happening in the Congo, what's happening in Palestine, to Palestinian people, not Hamas, okay? Because that's a whole different sector of what I imagine is Palestine reality. I'm sure of it. Anyway, once we branch away from those things, I say I don't want to get into politics, and we got into politics. There's a black bunny here. Once we branch away from those things that are like not reflecting who we are, and not reflecting our passions, and that are distractions, we have the ability to be more fluid and be more comfortable sitting in our power, and be less guarded, but always have that sense of guarding, and then welcome in that sense of that aspect of abundance even more thoroughly and more strongly. Okay, that's beautiful. That this card came out. There's an owl here with the 10 of Swords. I feel like once you know better, you do better, right? And I feel like that's what this is saying. Once you know that like this temporary pleasure or pain is necessary, you to do better, you do better, right? So that's just what I'm feeling from this. But it shouldn't have to take all of these swords to get the point. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what the energy of Pisces / Aquarius was saying, for sure. All right, sacral chakra. I'm not really getting anything from these, but there is a full moon here, so maybe these are aspects that we're going to really be faced with as a full moon in Sagittarius approaches, right? She looks like a mermaid. She looks like a siren. So maybe be more fluid like a mermaid and less defensive about things, but at the same time, still be true to what you're passionate about. There's a way to do that. And it's just basically by exercising compassion. Okay. All right. So next, thank you so much, Leo energy. Let's see. Come see. All right. I'm going to just put these babies back in here. Wherever they go in. Please welcome these cards back into the deck. Please welcome these cards back in. Okay. Next, we have Scorpio. There's like a really sticky spot on my desk that I am really hating, and I don't know where it came from. So that's fun. Great. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle this once. Well, if you shuffle this once and you shuffle this twice, that's probably something I need to let go of. All right, so for the self-love oracle message for Scorpio energy, what is the message of self-love that you want us to keep in mind? I am the light of my soul. It is reversed. It's a third eye chakra. And it's number 22. I am the light of my soul. I think it's like I can exist while others exist, and thrive, essentially. Just at first glance, it's what is that painting? Venus. Venus and Taurus are strong in unity right now. Of course, Venus is ruled by Taurus. We're in Taurus season. So this may just be reflecting the power of Venus at this time. It did come out reversed. So if we are, let's see. I'm just going to do this really quickly. Venus is a planet. Shake, shake. Venus is the second planet from the sun. It is a terrestrial planet, and it is the closest in mass to the size of Earth, its orbital neighbor. Wow. Okay. That's good to know. All right. So let's see what we are getting into. I feel like this is more of that, like attracting your tribe, attracting your vibe, of amplifying your vibe, attracting your tribe. Being fearless about it, being in your element about it, staying in your element about it. Knight of Cups. Reversed. Okay. Oh, she's looking at him like a silly little person. Like, no. I think this is really tied to understanding our worth as well. Oop. All right. Speaking of worth, Queen of Pentacles came out. And again, the Six of Wands. The King of Pentacles was right next to it. Okay. So I think that when it comes to understanding our worth, we really need to believe that we are what we really need to feel what we believe we are, right? And understand that we are greater. We are amongst the greats. We are amongst the greatest energy that exists, I feel. In the back of the I am light, I am the light of my soul energy, there is a humpback whale and there's a dolphin. While she stands in the middle of this ocean. And the lotus flower. Okay, lotus flower is all about rebirth and recreation, and existing against the odds. Like, I think that ties into our sense of worth. Understanding where we come from, understanding where we're going, understanding where we are, really taking consideration of where we are right now, really enjoying the time of where we are right now as much as we can, which going to the Knight of Cups reverse makes me feel like we're not accepting offers that don't align with us. We're not accepting love that doesn't align with us. We're not accepting the aspects of life that don't align with us. to permeate our sense of contentment, our sense of joy. And that's okay. Like I just talked about, all that political stuff. Maybe that's not what you want to hear. And if it's not, don't listen. Don't listen to it, right? Do what makes you and reflects you with this 2222, what aligns with you, right? But the fact that if you are here and if you do end up on this video, that you ended up here, it speaks in volumes as well. Okay, just saying. Here's another mermaid with this 5 of Cups and then this Queen of Pentacles. They were both reversed, so I'm going to read them reversed. Yeah, what are you loyal to? Who is loyal to you? And is it providing nurturing supplementation in your life? That is something to recognize at this time as we go forth, making decisions, manifesting, creating our reality, living in actuality of those manifestations, right? Just because you're a mermaid doesn't mean you always have to be swimming. Take time to really assess what I'm trying to make it so that they're both in the frame, to really assess what is really reflecting your sense of self, of individuality, of excuse me, of growth, of health. And I feel like once you start focusing on yourself, if you have not already, your vibe is literally going to attract your tribe. This is the tribe in the back. All these other sticks, usually on the 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands. You see all the other people also on horseback, or maybe just walking. I don't recall, but yeah, your vibe is going to attract your tribe. Your vibe is going to attract your tribe. So just keep doing you. That's what Scorpio says. And recognizing your worth, recognizing that you are worth, a better offer, a better someone speaking to you better, in a better way. Yeah, it's important. Okay, I'm going to just close these up. I am about an hour in and we're only like halfway through. Alrighty. Thank you, Scorpio energy. Control the situation and. Okay? That's the one thing that stood out on the Scorpio card for me. Control the situation and thrive. That's what I feel. All right, there's that final fixed energy, that Taurus energy. But right now we're going to get into Sagittarius's message. Sagittarius. That was probably really loud. I apologize. Ritual grounding. Ritual grounding. What are the deets on this, please? Sagittarius, why are we talking about ritual grounding for you as well? I believe it was reversed previously too. Now it's right up. Straight up. Oh. Nine of Wands reversed, 10 of Wands. So, Oh, reverse. 10 of Wands reverse as opposed to Gemini's energy. That's so funny because Sagittarius's descendant is Gemini. It came out straight up for Gemini. And it's coming out reverse for Sag, which is funny to me. Because just as Sag is the ascendant to Gemini's descendant, Gemini is the ascendant to Sag's descendant. So it's like they're opposites, but they're within the same group. Well, the Strength card. Okay. So I think that the ritual grounding energy here is really expressing that there is growth. There's continual growth to be experienced. And the peace and the calmness is where it's going to be possibly achieved by incorporating more peace and calmness into our lifestyle. 9 of Wands. She's really defensive immediately. This character is defending the territory, the boundary, right? We may be tempted to let boundaries that we've set sort of, what am I trying to say? Allow boundaries that have been set previously to block out things that are good for us at this time. And sort of take it all onto ourselves. And I think that the Sagittarius message here, Sagittarius energy message, is saying that not to do that, saying to allow in, maybe not past relationships that we've had with other people, friends, family, foes that we've, set boundaries with, but to not let those boundaries be blockades for new opportunities and new relationships, and new experiences to be had, right? Just because I hate roller coasters doesn't mean that I would not go to, I don't know, Magic Mountain again, just because I don't like being around a lot of people doesn't mean that I wouldn't go to a concert again. And then with the Strength card, it's a reminder, 828. It's a reminder that there's an ability to do the things that we have previously drawn a line with for one reason or another, and that not all situations are similar to the ones that we faced before. Whoo! I think that when we don't ground, when we're not doing the intentional grounding that is clearly being advised for us to do, we trap ourselves in this defensive state. We detach ourselves from the opportunities that we have. I am taking this hard because I am full Sagittarius, not full Sagittarius, but I'm super strong Sagittarius, and I feel it. I see how this relates to me as well. Strength. It's important to know that we can do anything, but know that we don't have to do everything. By ourselves. That there are companions afoot in our lives, coming into our lives, that, like I said, allowing them in is going to potentially work wonders, be wondrous for us. Not to say that we're using people, but to say that we are tapping into the energy at hand. We are loving, we are being compassionate and exercising these things so that we can have enriched lived experiences, not only ourselves, but together. Okay? This reminds me of the bear and the man conversation. I'd take this over anything, you know? Okay? I think that's it for Sagittarius' energy. Thank you, Sagittarius. I'm going to go ahead and try to shuffle these back in, but that didn't really work because it was 3 cards and it was, my hand is cramping. All right. Gonna move Sag over. Next we have Capricorn. I'm just gonna wait for Libra. Capricorn, what is the energy that you want us to keep in mind for, utilizing self-care, self-love, self-perseverance, whatever you want. What do you need us to know? What is something you want us to keep in mind? And thank you so much, Capricorn. The day-to-day reality of. The day-to-day reality of Ho'oponopono, which is healing. And again, I am the light of my soul. 33 and 22. There's some words on Ho'oponopono. It says, kiss it better, baby. Shout out to Rihanna. Okay. I love her. I understand myself more and more. That's all I need. Self-clarity. Then everything is glittery and bright. Some have said I am just all butterflies and flowers. Good, I say. They're pretty, gentle, kind, cute, lovely, and bring I love me. And bring me to joy. I love you. I am strong enough to. That part's cut off. The meek shall inherit the earth. Okay. Wow. Let's get into that. Witch's Hero. I'm gonna put these here so that they can be seen. This is Ho'oponopono. And this is I am the light of my soul. We saw her earlier. Wow, all 4 of these came out. Okay. So we have the 5 of Wands. So maybe we're coming out of a battle. We have karma reversed, or 20, which is the world. Is it the world? Judgment. It's judgment in the typical tarot. 4 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So we have 2 reversals. Let's see. Capricorn. Reading this is very hot, cold. I feel like very polaric. right? Healing in the third eye chakra, as you heal your third eye chakra, will become richer and vice versa. I feel like it, as above, so below. It's very much non-judgment energy. Although we're going through rough times, it's easy to point a finger. It's always easy to point fingers, especially if we don't actively research and actively. It's kind of hard to know where truth lies in this world. So what we can do is ground ourselves in the truth, so that we are truth all the time, right? The light of my soul is truth, right? With the Four of Wands, there is a reason. There is a reason to celebrate. There is a reason to. I mean, it's sunny again. I know that that's like a maybe a double-edged sword because of global warming, because of the fact that you know, the heat's only going to get hotter. And it may feel like it is a loss. It may feel like an L eventually, but I think that this is also a, a time to enrich that, like, we are innovative, we are resourceful, we are capable to figure out the things we need to figure out in order to feel joyous and comfortable, right? I think we're able to make the judgment call. Do we want to make the judgment call? No. I also feel like this relates to like the eclipse energy that either we're going to be experiencing in like October, November, or what we have just experienced in April. Okay. There's lessons of judgment, possibly particularly, that we need to pay attention to, that we need to sort of um, embody and incorporate. And once we do recognize these lessons, we'll be better able to um, feel like we can celebrate, feel like it's a joyous time, feel like we're in a state of joy. And I feel like there's a message here about like starting from the ground, going back to ground, going back to the first steps, essentially. That may be a very realistic thing for a lot of us, starting over, having to revamp, having to enrich, re-indulge, reinvigorate. Allow it to happen. On Ho'oponopono, it again, like many of the messages in this read, it starts with the self, not with others' judgments of who you are. Okay? Dang. Okay, it's like a minute and 15. Let's see if I can get done by a minute and 15, hour 15. Let's see if we can get done by 15 minutes to the next hour. Okay, thank you, Capricorn energy. Then we're going to do Virgo energy next. Virgo, thank you so much, Virgo. My stomach is rumbly. It is. All right, so what is the self-love message from Virgo to everybody? Self-devotion, ritual, self-devotion, third eye chakra. A lot of third eye chakra cards are coming out. The gift of freedom is on the bottom of the deck. It stood out, so I'm reading it. Okay, number 24. What's the clarification here? Well, that fell right into my lap. Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Keep going with your passions, right? Devotion. Oh, crap. Don't stop. Maybe take a break if you need to, right? But really stay focused on your passions, on our passions. Charge forth. Don't be scared. Might take a little risk. Might be a little risk needing to be taken. Oh. Is this 2 cards? It is 2 cards. Okay. So we got the Page of Wands and the 8 of Cups. So we're just going to keep them together there. All right, for self-devotion, this is again like really immersing yourself in something. That is I feel the definition of devotion, right? She has submerged herself, it looks like, underneath this watery, fluid-like matter. Strength reversed, justice, 8 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. This is a lot of different energies. So for Virgo energy is saying that there may need to be risks that are taken, right? Where we do come out of our comfort zones, or we find ourselves needing to come out of our comfort zones to sort of reach this balance for whatever we're focused on. With the 8 of Cups here, we have 2 8s here. It's all about enriching the self. There are things that we're tethered to. That we need to recognize we're tethered to, that I don't think that we actually, whether it's a mindset, whether it's a belief, whether it's something that we have not yet unveiled or uncovered within ourselves. The Page of Wands is saying that whatever it is, when we realize it, we are going to be surprised. We are going to be alarmed. But at the same time, I think that's going to bring a sense of, crap, well, at least I know. Well, at least I can do something about it, type of thing, because the Page of Wands has this cat ready to do something about it, ready to ready to prowl, ready to go, right? In the Eight of Cups, there's a dolphin here. Dolphins are like high sentient beings, right? So that's making me, and with the water, like it's making me feel like there's a lot that may be unknown. Just like it feels very much like the moon, okay? It may be a little sliver of all of our understanding and our intuition that has been buried or drowned, or that we've allowed to drown in order to continue living comfortably. Okay? And that may come up for us. These hidden aspects, these underlying aspects may come up for us through conversation, through meditation and introspection. But it will only be, I feel like it'll only be worthwhile at the end of the day if we're devoted to unveiling it ourselves, and we take those steps to unveil these things so that we can heal. The healing card came out for Capricorn just now. I think that to process that healing, Capricorn and Virgo, they're both earth signs. I feel like in order to process that healing, we have to want to heal. We have to want to understand what we're healing from so that we can better accomplish that sense of justice within ourselves and understanding, okay? With the devotion card, we have to want it. We have to go after it. We have to seek it. And be prepared for whatever comes from it. And really step into the truth of what is and not what we want it to be. Because a lion is still a lion. A bear is still a bear. Okay. Thank you, Virgo energy. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here. And move. We only have 3 signs left. That actually went pretty quick. I'm going to edit this probably and upload it, re-upload it. Next, we have Taurus. I'm going to try to do this one more time, and hopefully it works. Either way, we'll get things sorted out. Oh, it did not work totally, but it didn't work totally. It sort of met me halfway. All right, I'm going to shuffle this deck. See, now I was able to shuffle it. Earlier, I was not able to shuffle it, and I don't know why or what sign that was for. But I don't know. With Taurus, maybe because Taurus has been waiting for so long. It's time. So we got Frida Kahlo, celebrate creativity, be inspired by what you love. Number 1, soul lesson, trust. Paired with number 35, 135, elevate, which is supported by support. Okay, let's see why these cards came out for Taurus. I think that, the new moon in Taurus, first of all, definitely carried 8 of Wands reversed. Wow, that's a good card to come out. Okay. Definitely carried the sense of being in this trusting energy. Flor Hermosa, beautiful flower. That's what trust says. Be inspired by what you love. I think I already read that. Celebrate creativity, love. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach growling, but I can't. It's audible. It's audible. Oop. So let's see. These two are. Oh, these are 4. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna see. I did not see them all. Oh, it is 3. It's like braiding someone's hair. Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, Taurus. I feel like this is such a Taurus message. It's also like reminds me of an old gospel song, but not gospel, but like old African American song. I'll say that. Wow, lovers on the bottom of the deck, or 2 of Cups, but they look like lovers, or they could be siblings. I don't know. Anyway, partners. All right, King of Swords. So we got 2 reversals and King of Swords. For the clarification, I'm going to scoot these over so they can be seen. So they could be all up in the scene and being seen. So I feel like we're going, for the messages that came out from the self-love oracle, Taurus energy is very live right now. So trust, which is the root chakra, and elevate, which is of that of support. And again, it's this martyrdom energy with this Star of David within Star of David, double Star of David energy. In the sacral chakra area, though it's all green. So loving what we're doing, trusting what we're doing, trusting that by doing this, the desired results are going to come. With the 8 of Wands reversed, they may not come when we expect them to. They may not come as soon as we expect them to. With the Knight of Pentacles, we may not feel immediately enriched by the things that we're doing. It actually will probably, because I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck, but with it reversed, I feel like it may be like this as opposed to this, or like this as opposed to this. It just depends on I feel like the level of trust and the level of support that we're approaching this with, right? If we're not supported, then it's probably gonna go like this. If we are, it's probably gonna go like this. It's gonna move quicker, right? It's gonna be more of a fluid action, flow hermosa. That's what this card says. Like literally on the freaking card. Okay, so I think it is about establishing a certain flow, or embracing a certain state of flow at this time and going forward, at least until the full moon on the 23rd. Okay, full moon in Sagittarius, right? Which will be in Gemini season, but order of operations, sort of like you got to do Taurus before you Gemini. You got to Taurus before you Gemini. You know what I mean? With the King of Swords, it's real. He's holding a falcon, so I feel like it's really this energy saying that we it feels like it's really this energy saying that we really need to be sort of really thoughtful at this time. We really need to be thoughtful in the actions that we take going forward. And when we do, allow others to take action. Because just as much as this falcon is grounded, it can be released at any time to go on a mission for this king so that the king can sit back and do the king thing of monitoring, of facilitating, of moderating the kingdom, essentially, you know? Um, but the fact that trust came out, and that, to me, the realization that I have for the tarot is that the sword that both the king of swords, the queen of swords, and the magician have are the swords of truth. Okay, there can be many counterfeits. Like there's some cards in the tarot that I feel like are more counterfeit type of swords. Like they're not necessarily the sword of truth. They're the sword of disillusion, the sword um, of folly, and things like that. Um, I think right now is a great time to implement that truth, especially with the trust card coming out. Um, but to also allot things to others. Like I feel like a big energy from these, even with the Two of Cups coming out on the bottom of the deck, there's people that are on the same wavelength as us that can sort of assist us in going forth, right? Assist us going forth. Sorry, I shouldn't crack my stuff. But it's like my hand would be stuck if I didn't. So like anyway, but with others, we're able to strategize in a greater way where the labor is divided, where more aspects are being incorporated, where more perspectives are being incorporated, and we're not just sort of going off of our own passion. We're not just going off of our own passions, but we're going with people with shared passions. We're going with energies of shared passions, right? With this elevate and support card, look, there's a whole network surrounding this yogi, essentially, this divine silhouette, right? Who's also in what seems to be a field of flowers, okay? So, I mean, that could be Frida Kahlo herself, okay? So, Taurus energy is saying to allow in energy in the individuals and the thoughts, the truthful thoughts that support our passions, right? That may not look identical to our thoughts, but still support our passions, and that'll help things go quicker. Both the Eight of Wands and the and the King of Pentacles are reversed. The difference is that the Eight of Wands is typically fast moving, the Knight of Pentacles is not. So while we have more of ease, I don't want to say ease, but more of a drawn out time to make things happen, we may be able to make smaller things happen in a more quicker fashion as well. We may, get out the word and things like that. I feel like that is a tactic. I feel like being tactical at this time is important. And the only way that can truly be successful is with support. So there's that. I feel like I don't know, a radical. And it's okay to be radical. I feel like I'm being radical, but really it's just being inspired by these cards, by these signs, by all of what is being coming up. Okay, thank you so much, Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus. Oh. Let's do this. Okay, whatever. It worked out. It did. So I'm just going to do a few of these. Now we go into our final two, Libra and Cancer, cardinal signs. Cardinal signs are about taking the first step, being the first, being the first to do something, right? So this is all a message aligning together. So I am loving it for Libra. Let's see. Cooperation to perfect. Ho'oponopono came out. Let's see why. I am strong enough to. I don't have the book. I really wish I did because I think I would be able to see what that is, but I might not. I understand myself more and more. That's all I need. Self-clarity, then everything is all glittery and bright. Some have said, I am just all butterflies and flowers. Good, I say. They're pretty, gentle, kind, cute, lovely. And bring me joy, bring me to joy. I love you. That's very Libran. That's very Cancerian. All right, let's see. What are the details for this message coming out right now? Ooh. It's funny because Libra is an air energy and the King of Swords just came out reversed. And then the High Priestess. And then the Tower came out. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. With the Page of Swords on the bottom. I feel like you don't have to go 100, you can go 60. That's what I feel, gentle and kind. So the Ace of Pentacles came out. So I think this is about investing our attentions and our resources in specific ways. With the King of Swords coming out, I feel it's about doing all we can do individually to contribute to a greater, maybe, or just to contribute to the absolution of a focus, right? High Priest shows that there is balance on our side. There is that gift of balance on our side, and that gift of faith. Faith is often, primarily tied to like religious beliefs, I feel like, but then at the end of the day, to me, faith is jumping out of a tower and believing that you're going to be okay. Making informed decisions that are also risky, that ultimately are for the well-being and the livelihood of all involved. Because if you stay in a stone tower that's crumbling, there's a chance that you won't survive. And it's on fire. This may be overextension of one side of the sense of balance, right? And I feel like the high priest being here is beckoning us to welcome in a restoration of that balance, of that divine balance. Kiss it better, baby. 33. We really want to come back to a state of harmony. And I feel like with the calamity that we are so privy to just on a daily basis, day to day. I don't know who said that. Do it with your partners. Okay. Yeah, I think that just like with the Taurus energy that just came out, there is a power in numbers, right? When it comes to thought, when it comes to execution, when it comes to power, right? So I think that there is a fairness and a balance to be had that is not really being actualized, but is being desired. Okay. What is fair? What is fair? There are those things that we can't control, like lightning, storms. I mean, I guess now in a way we can with the manipulation of weather and things like that. But like, I'm sorry to say this, but the tornadoes that have been happening in the US, I mean, I don't think that you can really control those. I don't think you can control that they're happening when they're happening. Um, but you can make a plan for when they happen, um, to have a sort of leg up, you know? I think that it's important to utilize that sense of strategy in order to restore balance. And I think that's what Libra is saying. Libra's all about balance, right? So it is the card of balance. I would say that. And Gemini. All right, that's all I'm doing for Libra because I feel like that's all I can do right now. I feel myself sort of like, whoo, like fading, you know? So thank you so much, Libra. And let's get to Cancer, our final sign energy. And see what's going on there. Okay. What is the self-love message for us, Cancer? And what, based on your energy, what is the self-love message for us all? The gift of gratitude. It isn't being exercised, right? That's what I feel like. The flower from the last card is in this card, and it hasn't come up prior to. So I don't know what these flowers are, but I do remember having hair clips of these flowers when I was younger. Hibiscus? It's not a hibiscus. All right, Four of Cups reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. Three of Wands. For everything that we're involved with, I feel like. Where there's no let me go ahead and read these. Let me go ahead and read these before I get into it. Okay. I feel like it's a stuck energy, but it's reversed. So it's like, actually, you're not stuck. Actually, you're choosing to be this. Or there's a big choice to be this, to be in this state of stillness. But what are you doing in this state of stillness? What are you doing? Are you healing? Is there mental turmoil happening? Are you practicing gratitude? If we focus all our energy into the processes of doing, of before we actually do, and we never get to doing, it's not worthwhile. I'm just going to say that with this King of Pentacles reversed. After the King of Pentacles is Three of Wands. That's an active card. So in order to actualize these things that we wish to, we have to show gratitude for the fluidness of the way things are going, right, in our lives, so that we can actualize and come to this fullness of possibility and opportunity. But if we stay stuck here, that will never happen. And with this Four of Wands coming out reversed, I feel like it's a time to take what we can from this stuck experience, from whatever we did during this experience of feeling stuck, and turn that lack of reward into something that can be rewarding, something that can be reflective of our worth, right? So that's what I feel like is happening with intuition to protect, is what Cancer says. Okay. There's a reason why we do get stuck. And that's for us to take that time to utilize in some way, shape, or form, whether that's doing some introspective work, taking a few steps back, taking a sabbatical or whatever, to know which way to go forward, know how to best exert our energies going forward, okay? And that's what this Three of Wands is. Sort of looking out, like, which way am I going to go? What is the next way I'm going to go? understanding where we have been, and that it's okay to turn our backs to certain aspects of that and take with us what we need to going forward. Okay? The flowers on these sticks look like almost like the flowers in her hair or that are surrounding her. Take that sense of gratitude with us wherever we go. Okay? I think that's a beautiful final message. Thank you, Cancer. Thank you, Cancerian energy. And that is the final message. So when it comes to this optimum health message, be sure to, practice that sense of enriching self, and recognizing worth of ourself, so that we can go forward into this world and actualize everything we need to. Y'all are seeing me in my natural state. That's what this is. Thank you so much. And take care. Remember to be love, stay light, and that you got this.